In this short footage of documentation here from July 31st, 2026, you will see an Ottawa firefighter being sent on public transit to stalk me exactly one day after I posted a video talking about the fire department's involvement in these criminal activities, how they're well aware of the police-protected drug running, and how they play a part in that as well, and also how they take part in staged events alongside the police and other first responders to deceive and lie and to attempt to create justifications to shut down people's basic rights and freedoms. So simultaneously, while that goes on, the media goes out and tells you that these psychopaths and criminals who take part in stalking and criminally harassing honest, law-abiding citizens, for CSIS, the media will go on and tell you what amazing heroes they are, just like the people in the military who partake in these activities. And so there's been a long, extensive propaganda and brainwashing campaign to attempt to promote these criminal Freemason firefighters, and the media people within the within the military and the police, you know, in this glowing way, as if they could do nothing wrong. Meanwhile, they're involved in criminal activities, partaking in staged events all the time to purposefully and willfully deceive in order to bring in this new surveillance state system. And another reason we know this guy here is being, well, first of all, he's being sent one day after I said that. The night before, they also set up a fake call intentionally at my workplace, sending the fire department, and it was clear that it was just a fake call because they didn't deal with anything, just to show up to send a message of intimidation and harassment. And you'll see how when he gets on, he glares at me kind of. But we can also tell for sure that he's been told to go to show up to stalk me as I'm on my way home, because you don't typically see firefighters taking public transit. They make good money. They don't take the bus. Okay, so it's interesting because this particular firefighter, they had sent him one time before, one day exactly after I had put up a video talking about the Ottawa Fire Department's involvement in these criminal stalking activities. So at any rate, this is obviously he's being sent to stalk here, and you'll see how he kind of glares at me as he gets on, and I have no idea who this guy is, but it's, again, they use the fire department to stalk regularly in these operations. In Toronto, they would send them, there was 1 week where they sent them 7 consecutive days to show up at all different locations where I was. And then, of course, the media goes on and tells you what heroes they are when they're just psychopaths who terrorize and stalk people, who enable drug trafficking, and who partake in staged events which are used to justify the removal of rights and freedoms. So you'll see that here. Oh, and it's also important to note, just for the record, that all of the male firefighters taking part in these criminal harassment activities are Freemasons as well, and that's something they don't even hide. You can see footage of an incident when I talked to a firefighter in Toronto, and he freely admitted that there were many, many Freemasons in the fire department. So make the connection between that and what you see them partaking in with my documentation. And because the criminal Freemasons in organizations like the Fire Department and the police can't refute any of the facts that I regularly speak about them in my videos, all they can try to do is double down with more bullying and attempts to intimidate, because they're simply bullies and thugs with no integrity. If they had integrity, they'd deal with the points that I've made. They'd say, oh no, this isn't true, and then they'd refute it with facts. They can't refute it with facts because they're criminals who partake in criminal activities on a consistent basis, and they conduct themselves like an organized crime syndicate, trying to intimidate people who speak the truth. So you can see this bully and this thug glaring at me hatefully here, simply because I posted a video speaking the truth about what people in his organization are involved in. And that's not something that a legitimate organization would do. That's something that organized crime syndicates and bullies and thugs do. I think I might have seen that firefighter once before, but I accidentally deleted the footage because I forgot. He was definitely sent intentionally, you could tell. Also because I mentioned the fire department in that other video, you're not going to see them taking public transit, you know. I mean, they're all very well off financially, so it's not natural to see one of them just. So yeah, anyway, I did see him one other time. He was looking at me really weirdly and aggressively the other time, probably trying to go to reaction or something. You could just tell, like, with those, again, like a guy like that, they're so arrogant. They just exude arrogance because they know they're not subject to the same laws as others. They know they'll get away with basically anything they do. So they're really, really like psychopaths, those people. And this guy's probably going to pull out the car next door as I get here, we'll see. But yeah, I did see him one other time, but so they sent him intentionally, definitely. Because right after I mentioned, and then they sent the fire department last night to set up a fake call at my work, but it was a short one.